and Jabez was more honorable than his brother. They say you are pained. They say you are troubled. You feel it, but God says you're honorable. Mother says you're born in sorrow. God says you're honorable. The people says you can't make it. God says you're honorable. Now, how is that ever going to catch you? This honor is going to catch you. If you sit down and you live the way that you have been living, you're living depressed, you're living with trouble, you're living under the weather, you're living under the troubles that you feel, your emotion is taking over you. You wake up in the morning, you don't feel like getting out of bed, your emotion is taking over you. You go down the street and you see this, you see somebody driving a nice car, you says, I can't even afford a car. You go down the street, you see somebody with a nice house, you're living in a basement, and you say, let me tell you, if you live your life that way, you are allowing sorrow and emotional turmoil and pain to define you. But if you know that God has called your name honorable, if you know that God has called your name favor, if you know that God has called your name that you are blessed and highly favored, you will not live that way. They may seem that they're doing well, but inside of you, there's a connection to heaven. Inside of you, there's a connection to favor. Inside of you, there's a connection to the honorable blessings that God is about to take. And if you can just reach out and touch the Lord, reach out and touch his favor, reach out and touch his honorableness, reach out and touch him. Somebody need to reach out to God this morning. Get out of who you are feeling. Drop this old cloak of depression. It'll drop this old cloak of being bitter. Drop this old cloak of being under the weather. Drop this old cloak. When they see you, your face is frowning. Drop it. High five your neighbor and say, drop it. Drop it. And start to smile. What is inside has to happen on the outside. God's about to do something from the inside to the outside. You're going to smile again. High five your neighbor and say, I'm going to smile again.